Well, good day to all of our awesome friends, family, and following. A very, very important update for those of you that are following us in Divvee.social. Go on and soak that up. Isn't that gorgeous? That's in Oregon. That is absolutely beautiful. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Beneath this video is the latest full update coming from the corporate staff at Divvee. It's about a 25-minute update. What I thought I would do is give you a Cliff Notes version, primarily because as I went through the update myself, there were a couple points where I had to go back and rewind because it was a little confusing at a couple points, primarily because you've got four people that are talking, not obviously at the same time, and then you've got the Spanish translation, and so I found it a little confusing at times and had to back up and rewind. And so what I thought I would do is give you the Cliff Notes versions from my perspective. Now, that doesn't mean don't go watch the video, but I wanted to just share with you my take as I was taking notes. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? My gosh, that's gorgeous. Okay, let's go to work here. All right. So it looks like what they're saying, it appears this could be the week that new enrollments open back up. This could be the week that ranking and sharing begins. Now, I'm going to use the word could because the company is in pre-launch. And I know, having been in marketing with companies in pre-launch, having been on the administrative side a couple of times with companies that were pre-launching, that, you could, there could always be a little tech issue or tech bug that appears that you just were not looking for. Okay, so we're looking potentially as early as this week for new enrollments to start, as well as for ranking and sharing, being able to actually download the app onto your mobile device. All right, now, no more 5 devices, okay? So no more, I didn't put that in my notes. All right, so this came from a couple of days ago. No more 5 devices. From what they said a few days ago, they're going to release 5 up to, these are the words they're using, up to 5 activities an hour. All right, so you don't need to go out and get, more devices, up to 5 activities an hour. Now, if you do the math on that at 24 hours, obviously that means that you can have quite a few activities, but you're not going to be logging in every hour, I'm sure. You're going to get some sleep and you've got other things to do. So theoretically, that could be 120 activities, up to 120 activities a day. You're not going to do 120 activities a day because you're not going to log in every single hour. Now, we still have to see what this is going to mean. We've been promoting up to $1,500 a month. We don't know what that's going to mean with the fact that there aren't the 5 devices and the way that they're rolling things out. It might be $1,000, it might be $750, it might be $1,800. I don't know. We don't know. What will stay the same, however, is the fact that we'll still be saying whatever this amount is, whether it's $1,500 or more, $1,500 or less, we're going to want to take a minimum of 50% of that to 100% of that and use that to recap back into our business. Now, that comes from our standpoint. That's not what the company teaches. So let me get back then to the video that's below to give you your Cliff Notes version. Okay? All right. So those countries that have not officially launched, and that will be most countries. The countries that they have gotten everything ready for from a regulatory and a legal standpoint, the U.S. and Colombia. And there are other countries right now in process. Canada, Japan, Peru, and Mexico are in process. Now, what does that mean for everyone else? Okay, those countries that have not officially launched. All right, so if you're not the U.S., if you're not Colombia, all right, when they open up for new enrollments, you're going to be able to join for free. Now, ultimately, when your country is actually active and live, that's when the $50 US dollar fee will come into play. Okay, so This is going to be everybody except the U.S., everybody except Colombia. You're going to be able, once they start new enrollments, you're going to be able to lock in your affiliate spot for free. You're going to be able to download the Divvee app. You're going to be able to rank and share and earn points, even if you're in a country that's not yet officially opened. Okay, let's make sure we understand this. The U.S. and Colombia. The U.S. and Colombia are officially open from the standpoint that they've met whatever the regulatory guidelines are, whatever the paperwork they have to file, however all that stuff works. All right, they've done that for the U.S. and Colombia. Those that live or are citizens of the U.S. and Colombia will be able to earn commissions right away. Those who are not, you can still earn points, okay? And you can allow your points to accumulate, or you'll be able to redeem your points. I'll cover that in just a moment, okay? Those who are not in a country that is open yet, you will not be paid commissions just yet, okay? What they're going to do is look at each country on a case-by-case basis to see if you can bank commissions. And I took that to mean, let's say you are not in the U.S., you're not in Colombia. Let's say you're in Panama, and you're building a team in Panama, and you're building a team in Australia, and you know, all across the globe, and people in your organization are ranking and sharing. All right, well, you can't receive commissions from that just yet because they're not open yet to Panama. Now, it remains to be seen whether or not you're going to be able to bank those points for future commissions. And one of the things they talk about is that they basically have to look at each country on a case-by-case basis. And so they were not non-committal to that part just yet. What is important is that you will be able to start building your team, all right? And if you're not in a country that's open, if you're not in the U.S., you're not in Canada, you and your teammates will be able to join for free for now. Once there's enough activity in your country to warrant them going into the country and opening up the country officially, that's when the affiliate fee will be required. Excuse me, I had a cough there. So that's when the affiliate fee will be required. Only once your company is about to go, truly live. Now, what that means is you'll be able to get people to join in your organization for free. That'll lock up a spot in the matrix, okay? They'll be able to rank and share. Still remains to be seen as to whether or not those that are in countries that are not live will actually earn commissions at some point. That may happen, it may not. For those of you that are in the U.S. and Colombia, okay? If you're in the U.S. and Colombia, you do earn commissions as your teammates are ranking and sharing. So let's say you are in the U.S. or you're in Colombia, and you've got folks in Israel. You've got folks in the Dominican Republic, and they are ranking and sharing. They are going to earn points, and they'll be able to redeem those points at the Divvee store. They didn't say anything about the gift cards, how quickly the gift cards will be coming online, so I'm not sure about how soon gift cards will be coming online. But if you are in the U.S. or if you are a U.S. citizen and or Colombian citizen, you will be able to earn commissions on your team's activity, even if folks in your team are not in the country that's actually live just yet, because they're still going to be able to rank and share, okay? Now, the countries that are in process, I took this to mean that these countries are getting very close to being live: Canada, Japan, Peru, and Mexico. Those are the countries that are close to being completely live. I am assuming that in these countries now, people will be able to join for free, occupy a matrix position, rank and share, earn points, all right? But once these countries go live, if you're from Canada, Japan, Peru, or Mexico, not only will you be earning points, but now you'll be able to actually earn commissions on your team's activity. All right, so the sign-up fee for any country that's not live is going to be free initially. Once that country goes live, there'll be the upgrade to $50 a year or 750 points. So for those of you that are not live yet, but you start ranking and sharing and ranking and sharing and ranking and sharing, you're going to be accumulating points. and you'll actually be able to use those points to cover your affiliate fee once your country goes live. Okay. All right. And particularly if you're in a country where wages are really, really low, so you may very well earn your way to your affiliate status without having to come out of pocket. Okay. All right. Now, if you're in the U.S., if you are in Colombia, come up with the $50. Okay. Come up with the 50 US dollars. All right. That's going to be your best course of action from an affiliate standpoint. Okay. Give me a moment here. All right, I think we've already covered this. For those of you in the U.S. and Colombia, when you have folks that are outside of the U.S. and Colombia and they rank and share, they're going to earn their points. You're going to earn commissions, okay? Give me a moment. And I think that's just a repeat. Give me a moment. Okay. All right, they did make a point that in all countries where you can rank and share. Now, obviously, there's going to be a few countries where you can't rank and share. Typically you have countries like Iran and North Korea, that just are kind of been internationally blacklisted. Okay, and they did mention a few other countries where they are having a tougher time getting into: South Korea, China, India. Those are 3 countries I remember. Outside of those countries that people will not be able to rank and share in. If you can rank and share in your country, all right, and you'll know once everything is ready to go back live and new enrollments are going back out and live links are going back out, excuse me, you'll know, you'll want to, you'll be able to rank and share and earn your points and then redeem those points. So let me see, I tell you what, there's one other thing that I wanted to cover for those of you that have already registered. Now, I know a lot of you that are watching this, you've not registered at all yet because new enrollments were not available and you're just waiting. So I need to break away for just a moment, come back, because I need to share with you, those of you that have registered, one of the things that you need to make sure that you've already done. We'll be right back. Okay, family, I'm back. Before I show those who've already registered what they need to do to make sure that they are ready to go, is I wanted to remind you of the structure. It's a 3x10 matrix. Okay, it's a 3x10 matrix. Everyone sits atop of their own 3x10. There are only 3 positions available on your first level, and you just multiply it by 3. There's only 9 available on your second. Only 27 available on your third, so on and so forth. So there's going to be this stampede of people coming aboard once they open up the turn on the lights. You want to make sure that you have connected with whomever is going to be your sponsor. Let them know that you want to join them, so that just as soon as they have a link to give you, they can go on and get you that link so you can get your positioning in the matrix. Okay. Once again, be mindful. If you're in the U.S., if you're in Colombia, you're talking 50 US dollars to secure your position in the matrix if you haven't done so already. Some of you have already done that. A few of you, okay? And for the rest of you that are outside of the US and Colombia, you'll be able to register for free. That will secure your spot in the matrix. You won't have to outlay the $50 until such time that your country is ready to go live, meaning they've gotten all the registrations in your country that they need from a legal standpoint. Okay, now for those of you that have already gotten started, give me a moment. That's ugly. Didn't mean to do that. Bear with me. Okay, so those of you that have gotten started, I have a link. Ooh, that's still ugly. Sorry. Let's do that, okay? All right, so I have a link beneath this video. If you click on that link, that's going to take you to the login page, all right? Hopefully you remember your username. You simply put in your username and your password. If all things work well, you click sign in. You're going to be able to sign in, okay? If for some reason you've forgotten either your username or your password, you've got those appropriate links there, all right? I would assume they are working. Sometimes what happens in pre-launch is you may have this link and it may not work. I'm assuming that these are working. Make sure that you put your username and the password in a safe location, okay? Make sure you keep it in a safe location. All right, and you want a really good, strong password. because ultimately you're going to be accumulating points, and you're going to be able to convert these points into something, whether that's gift cards or what have you. So you want to have a good, strong password. So this thing is gonna be hot. There's gonna be some bad guys, bad girls out there trying to hack. So make sure you've got a strong password. Okay, now once you're in the system, so once you've logged into the system, and I've blanked out some things here. You're going to see your enroller's information here. I've blanked that out. You're going to see your affiliate count if you have any personally enrolled affiliates at this point. There's this little wheel here that's going to show you're personally enrolled, and you can start to drill down into your organization. What I want you to pay attention to is hard to see right here on the screen, but right under dashboard, there is a profile link. You're going to left click where it says profile. You're going to left click where it says profile. That's then going to bring you to a section up at the top right called edit. You want to left click on edit and make sure that you have given the system your profile information, i.e. your address, your physical address. You want to make sure that the physical address that you put in here corresponds with any physical address that you might be using to get, to show like utility bills or bank statements or things of that nature. Okay, so phone number and all that good stuff. Make sure you complete that in its totality and save that. And once you save that, your information, I've blacked mine out. Your information will be right in here. If you want to take a look at the Redemption Center, there's a Redemption Center tab right under Profile that'll take you to the Redemption Center. Not everything is complete there, but you'll get a chance to see that, as I earn points, I can convert them into, redeem them for this product and that product. Our messaging is going to be to redeem them for cash equivalents in the form of gift cards once those are available. There's a comp plan button here. There's also an enrollment change form if there was a problem. Now, you're not looking to change enrollers. Don't do that. That's not how we do business. All right, but if there was a problem when you were registering, that's basically what this form is for. Now, those of you who have not already done this, just pay attention that once you get started, you're going to go through that process and fill out your profile and what have you. All right, last thing, and we're going to round third here. So this could maybe perhaps be a really big week for those of us that are promoting or looking to promote Divvee. So any Divvee news will take precedence this week over our regular webinar schedule. So we've got our regular webinar schedule Monday night for those of you that are in RAS, and we're doing some RAS specific training only for those of you that already have RAS. That's Monday night. Tuesday night, we've got a webinar where we present Divvee from our perspective, our Click Rank Bank presentation of Divvee. Thursday night, our webinar, which is more of a generic training type of webinar. Okay, so all of those webinars are still scheduled. However, if Divvee goes live, then that's going to take precedence. What would likely happen if Divvee does go live is we will likely have a pre-launch party type of webinar, coming onto the webinar, making sure that folks are getting links. If you're supposed to connect with John Smith, and and if John Smith is on the webinar, then we can say, hey Sally, or hey John, Sally's waiting for your link. Make sure you connect with Sally and give her your link. So that will take precedence over anything that we have regularly scheduled. If she does go live, we will likely have some type of pre-launch party webinar where we're looking to get people their links, get them situated, and all that good stuff. Okay, so just be on the lookout. Excuse me, just be on the lookout. Anything coming from the company, anything that we send out. With that being said, we love each. Another quick one. As it relates to Click Rank Bank, the portal. All right. Where right now we're going through the email series. That for those of you that's going to be leveraging that, you're going to have at least a 30-day very valuable video follow-up series. We are having to make some modifications because of some of the things we've heard the company say here recently. We started cutting some content under some of the old information. So I would expect that from the time that that Divvee launches, we might be looking at least a couple of weeks thereafter, just in case we have to go and change any other messaging. We had a really nice sales video already ready to go, but we've got to go back and we've got to change some messaging. So we got to recut that, re-edit that, and all that other good stuff. So my target is going to be a couple of weeks after Divvee launches that we actually launch Click Rank Bank. Click Rank and Bank. So hopefully we'll be able to stay to that time frame. With that being the case, we love each and every one of you. Let's change the world together, starting with yours. Click, Rank, and Bank.